Chassidic gems on Parshas Reeh. It says in the Torah, Reeh, Onechi Neising Lefnechem Hayom, Rochel Klola. See, today I am setting before you, I am giving you Bracha and Klola. That's the simple. The Chassidic Shetorah translate Onechi, I, coming from Anochi Hashem Elokecha. A person should put before his eyes Anochi. He should see everywhere Hashem is right there. Like Shivisi Hashem L'negdi Summit. You have to be able to see Hashem. Al Nisecha Shebechol Yemimanu. The Rebbe Shalom does constant miracles with us, and we have to have the eyes to be able to see it. We should be zeicher to this. Amen v'amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Reeh. The Torah says, Loi sasun kain l'Hashem Elokechem. You should not do this to Hashem, for Hashem. Which means that which means that one can only bring offerings in the Mokam HaMikdash, only the place of the Beis HaMikdash. You can't do it wherever you want. That's the simple. The Chassidic Shetorah say, Lo sasun kain. Kain can have, which means don't do like this. Don't do like this. But Cain can have a different meaning, because like the brothers of Yosef told Paro, or told Yosef, Kainim anachnu, we are honest. We're not coming to spy out the land. Kainim anachnu could mean we're honest. So the pasuk is saying, so the Chassidic Terech is saying, Lo sasun kain, don't make yourself into a tzaddik. Don't make yourself into a tzaddik. Because somebody that makes himself into a tzaddik, there's no value to his actions. The one who thinks he's the greatest, the one who thinks I made it, I'm the greatest, Lo sasun kain. Don't do that, Hashem Elokechem. Don't think that you made it, because Torah is Mayim she'ein lahem soif. There's no end to how much more you can do. Don't think you made it already. We should be zeicher to this. Amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Reeh, the Torah says, don't forget the Levi. Hisham elecha pentazeh v'salevi. You have to support the Levi, give him Meiser. Kol yomecha, as long as you live, alad mosecha, on the land, upon your land. And Rashi says that's only in Eretz Yisrael, but that's what it means, your land. Only in Eretz Yisrael, but in Golus, you're not forewarned concerning the Levi more than any other poor person. That's the simple. The Chassidic Shetorah translate Kol Yomecha Alad Mosecha, that a person must remember all his life. All his life he has to remember something. That at the end he's going to return back Alad Mosecha, to the ground that he came from. Person should always remember all his life that there'll be a time that after 120 years, he will die and have to give Din v'cheshbon to Hashem for everything he did. So call your mecha, all your life, all the days that you live, you should remember the Adama, the ground that you will eventually wind up and have to give Din v'cheshbon to Hashem. We should be zeicher to see Hashem constantly, and that will help us be better people. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Reeh. The Pasuk says, "V'chi yirbe mimcha haderech." If the way to Yerushalayim is too long, you have to take your maisa and bring it to Yerushalayim to eat. What happens if you have a lot of produce and it's hard for you to carry? V'chi yirbe mimcha haderech. If the way is too long for you, and you're not able, you can't carry it. Because the place is too far to travel with all that food. Then you can turn it into money and take the money with you and spend it in Yerushalayim. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah tell us that if you think that the derech, the way to serve Hashem, is too hard for you, it's too hard. You can't carry it. It's not for you. For instance, let's finish the thought. If the person thinks Yiddishkeit is too hard for him, he can't carry it. It's a sign ki yirchak mimcha hamokim that Hashem mokim would mean Hashem, that Hashem is at a distance from you, and you have to work harder to get closer to Hashem. But again, to explain, a person might think chas v'shalom that Yiddishkeit is too hard. You can't eat what you want; it has to be kosher. You can't speak what you want. Couldn't be lashon hara, or you can't put people down. You can't wear what you want. You have to take shotness. You have to shotness test it. You can't even sleep the way you want. You have to sleep on your side. You can't stop learning. You have to constantly learn. If a person thinks, I can't do that, that's not for me, it's a sign that he's yirchak mimcha hamokim, that he's far from Hashem and Hashem is far from him. And he has to strive with all his strength to get closer to Hashem. And we should be zecher to get closer to Hashem. Amen v'amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Reeh. So the Pasuk says, if there's too much produce to carry, v'nosata hakesef, v'tzarta hakesef b'yodecha, you should turn it into money, turn the produce into money, and tie the money into your hand, and go to Yerushalayim and spend it there. So the Pasuk is saying, according to the Chassidic Torah, that's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying, a person has a right to build himself up a fortune. V'nosata b'kesef. You can have kesef, but there's one condition. You have to tie the money into your hand. You should be the balabos. You should be master over the money, and you tie it in your hand. Not that the money should be your boss, and you have to follow it, and then spend it into anything and everything and every taiva. But you should be able to control it, and we should be zecher to this. Amen v'amen. Sikum, a summary of all the hashkafas haTorah that we learn from the Chassidic gems. We learned that a person has to be able to see Hashem in everything that's happening, around him personally and in the world and with others. Al nisecha shebechol yom imanu, you have to be able to see that, and v'shivisi Hashem l'negdi samin. Hashem should be constantly before you. We also learned that a person shouldn't think that he made it. He made it. He's the greatest. He knows Shas on his fingertips. He's terrific. Don't do that. Because if you think that you're the greatest, it's a sign that there's no value to whatever you're doing. Lo sasum kain. Don't do that. It shouldn't get to your head. We also learned that all our lives, we have to remember Alad Mosecha. We have to remember that someday we're going to return back to the earth, give our neshama back to Hashem, and stand din v'cheshbon, to stand in front of the heavenly court and defend all our actions that we have done in life. We also learned that that if a person thinks Yiddishkeit is too hard for him, it's too hard. The Torah is right in every step you take. Too hard. It's a raya that he's at a distance from Hashem. He's not where he should be. Because if a person is close to Hashem, it's all sweet and wonderful. All things that seem that they're apparently difficult are easy and sweet and wonderful, and we could all accomplish it. We also learned that if a person becomes wealthy and he has money, then he has to be in control of the money. He has to be able to not let the money be in control of him and just squander it into things that are unimportant, materialistic things, but he should be in total control of the money that he's allowed to earn. We should be zecher to all these hashkafas. Amen v'yamen.